people are saying, well, hey, man, you got dropped and brought to a questionable decision by a guy with 0 boxing matches.
Yeah.
Which is crazy.
Yeah.
But that's the kind of freak that Francis
is, man.
He's a freak. He's the freak of all freaks.
If you're, and you've seen Francis up close,
Yeah.
right? Yeah, that's the thing. And so you know the kind of freak he is. If you're him and if you're his people, what's his next move?
Get as much money as you can.
Of course.
This is what I think they should do. Put him in with a heavyweight boxer that he can beat that has a good record. Like someone who's in the argument of like a top 10. And if Francis knocks that guy out, then if they can try to coax Tyson Fury into a rematch, that would be fucking bananas. And I think Saudi Arabia has enough money to actually pull that off.
I think so too.
I think so too. They might be able to fucking bait Tyson in with some just fucking life-changing generational money.
So here's the thing about Tyson, who I love and respect.
Love that guy.
I love that guy too. There's 2 train of thoughts here. It's either, well, I don't actually need to fight him again. Right. There's that train of thought. But then I wonder if it goes back to the champion mentality that you talked about is, as a champion, I need to fight that guy.
It may be that.
Do you know what I mean?
He is certainly a champion. And he's certainly one of the greatest of all time. And I think he certainly underestimated Francis.
Yeah.
And I don't know how he trained for Francis. He said he trained as hard as any fight ever, which is possible because he always looks that way. He always like Fedor. He has like this very disarming body, and he jokes around about it. Look at this fucking belly. And he's a character. I love the guy to death.
Yeah.
I think if he knows now what he's up against and he just boxes with a real understanding of the consequences of making a mistake, I think it's probably a different fight. But if he doesn't engage and just uses that beautiful jab and movement and stays away from him and just does what he does when he's at his very best. And one of the things you see from Tyson Fury is when he does have a rematch, he performs so much better. Like the Deontay Wilder fight is a perfect example. First fight, down to the wire, gets dropped in the last round. It's a draw. Second fight, dominates. Third fight, dominates. Yeah. And was put through adversity. Dropped. I mean, I think he got dropped 4 times over the course of their 3 fights.
Yes.
By the hardest fucking one-punch knockout artist ever.
Ever, man. Yes.
Deontay's got lightning in his hands. He just electrocutes people.
It's crazy, man.
He's the greatest knockout artist ever. If you look at his career, it's like mostly knockouts.
That's it, right?
Yeah.
And also, too, I feel like tall. So as you're tall, your muscles get elongated, as you know, and then it becomes deceptive.
What's a leverage thing, too?
Yes.
Because he's got broad shoulders and insane speed.
Yes.
So when he drops that hand on you, it's just when he turns it over at the end with all that length and torque and leverage.
Yes.
He's like nobody. He just starches people.
Yeah.
I always go to the Luis Ortiz fight. When he cracked him in the head and Ortiz gets up and he's like, what the fuck? He hit him on the forehead.
Yeah.
Hit him on the forehead and just shut the lights out.
It's unbelievable.
Yeah. Deontay, what Teddy Atlas calls it the eraser. He's like, any mistakes that he has, he just erases them with one shot. And it's true. Like you can win every round with Deontay and you just zig when you should have zagged and blap.
Boom.
And he almost did it to Tyson Fury.
I was going to say, he did.
He almost did. If it any other man, it might have been the end. But Tyson is just so game. He's just such a fucking warrior. He figured out a way to get up and hold, and he got dropped again. He got back up again, and then wound up stopping him after that.
That's right.
Yeah, and in an amazing, glorious finish to the fight that cemented him as one of the greatest heavyweights of all time.
Of all time.
I think, really, to get it back, to really get that reputation back, he should fight Francis. I really think he should. But he probably wants to fight Usyk first, unify the title, and then if they come to him with just gigantic banana money, just cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, like what? How much?
Yeah.
$200 million?
Back
like
what
something
truck up? Yes.
Fucking crazy like that?
Yes.
He might just go, all right. And then,
which you know the resources are there for that.
Oh yeah, they can do whatever the fuck they want. They got
the
fuck you money.
All of you money.
Fuck everyone money. They got fuck the planet money,
dude.
And I like that they're putting together that fight. I like that they put together that fight, and I like that they're putting together a bunch of other fights. They're trying to do a lot of crazy shit over there. I love it. Good.
Absolutely.
Throw that money out there.
Absolutely, man.
And I love it for the athletes because they're going to get paid.
Love it for the athletes to get paid. And that's why I think with Tyson, it just feels like just in here, you know, it's a fight that I need just in terms of as champion, but mentality.
Yeah.
The champion that's in here, the mana. I need to do that again.
Well, right now, it's got to be in his head. I mean, he's a sensitive guy. I'm sure he's responded to all the criticisms, probably eating him up, probably drives him nuts. And I bet you'll see an entirely different Tyson Fury in this next fight. In this next fight, you will see a focused fucking assassin.
Yes.
But he's fighting the craftiest heavyweight maybe of all time.
Yeah.
Usyk is so slick. He is, I mean, he's the guy who's trained by the same guy that Lomachenko was trained by. So he's got just unbelievable movement. His angles, the way he boxes, his fucking feints and movement, total next level. So there's money in that fight, and I would hope that the winner of that fight then fights Francis. Whether Usyk would want to fight Francis, who knows? But if Usyk wins, if he beats Tyson Fury, that's, pretty incredible.
Just announce the date for that fight.
February 17th in Saudi Arabia. Saudi Arabia going crazy.
Yeah, there you go.
That's a very, very interesting fight.
Yes.
And although Usyk is smaller, man, that fucking guy is so skilled.
Yeah.
Those Anthony Joshua fights were insane. Insane.
By the way, Tyson is like 6'9".
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And Usyk is not that
Well,
much
Usyk is wearing shoes in there, and Tyson is not.
Oh, okay.
Tyson is right after the fight, and they're standing there staring at each other.
Okay.
So Tyson's quite a few, but it's also his arms are longer. Just the reach and distance is such an advantage because you could hit a guy where he can't hit you.